if they get lucky, then they'll be chosen to be one of the top artists. And then the Illuminati, they'll get their witches, their soothsayers, as the scriptures call them, alright? And they'll actually call upon these demons that we're reading about here, and they'll channel those demons right onto the wax before they press it, right onto the record. And they'll ask that demon to bless the artist. And they'll actually channel demons through the artists onto people. Like when they do concerts, alright? When they do their tours, you see people fainting, you see bitches screaming and hollering and fainting and crying and shit like that. Niggas too. That's because they're possessed by demons. Alright? And what the so-called white man will do is use that artist for a little while. That demon will use that artist for a little while. And once that demon is done with the artist, he'll toss him to the side. Alright? And that's when you hear about a so-called artist being killed out of nowhere. It's because that demon was through with that artist. The demons left that artist, and that artist just start bugging out. Or you hear an artist that was been hot for so long, might have been hot 5 years straight, 7 years straight. All of a sudden they lost it. They can't write anymore. Their music is weak. Alright? And I haven't heard Michael Jackson's latest cuts, but I heard it's weak compared to his old stuff. So them demons left his ass. Once they leave you, man, they basically kick you to the side of the curb. Alright? So let's read on. The next demon is Euterpe, which is a demon of music. Alright? There's also another demon, which this is a very famous name brand called Nike. And this demon is the demon of musical history. Alright? Now, Israel used to do this, but the so-called white man does this also, but in a they put their own demonic twist on it. But Israel, before we went out to war, we used to blow trumpets and we used to sing songs and pray to the Most High to give us victory. Now, the so-called white man does the same thing, but he flipped it to the dark side. That's why now they have something called a marching band. And before the army goes out to war, they have the marching band, a bunch of faggots play their trumpets and their other instruments, wearing that faggot ass clothes, But what they're doing is they're calling upon the demons, alright, in particular the demon Nike, to give them victory, alright? And the Nike swoosh is really a wing, alright? A wing to represent that demon called Nike. Alright, so let's read on. You have Melpomene, the demon of tragedy, alright? Now, if you, man, there's so many demons out there that the fucking white man worship. But, if you look at some pictures of, the 9/11, when 9/11 came down, when that smoke was billowing out of the building, you can actually see faces of demons in the smoke. And there's a video Elder Gabar did a while ago, and he actually made a video on that, and he showed the pictures of those goddamn demons. You can actually see their faces in there. Alright, and this was one of the demons, because it's a demon of tragedy. Before the so-called white man orchestrates any of these so-called fake terrorist attacks, he consults demons. That's why at the time they worked so beautifully to deceive the masses, alright, of the people who are meant to be deceived. But let's move on. The next demon is Polyhymnia, which is a demon of religious music. Would you look at that? The demon of religious music. So guess what? All these churches all these churches are nothing but safe havens for demons. That's why nothing but demons go up in them churches. Who's the main demon I'm talking about? The nigger woman. This is proof right here. The nigger woman is a goddamn demon. The churches are filled with nothing but demons. When you walk into them churches, the entries of them churches are shaped like groves. The inside of the cathedrals and them churches, alright, when you look at the ceiling, they come together. That's a form of grove. That's pleasing the demons. That's a type of home, that's a demon's mansion right there. You know? If they were doing MTV Cribs for demons, they'd have to go to a church. Alright? That's why when you hop in excuse me. That's why when you go into church and the preacher starts preaching, he speaks in that demonic harmony. Alright? And the Lord told me to come down today and tell Satan to go thee behind me and to take all of your tithes, and you will be prosperous just as I am prosperous. Ha! What they're doing is they're throwing demons upon them people inside that church room. Alright? And then what they do is they back it up with some demonic organ music. Alright?
When Satan is doing a job on your family and messing with your finance, you ought to get angry and tell the devil, I know who I am and I know whose I am.
No deja que tu debilidad te detenga a recibir la bendición de Jehová. La gracia de Jehová es suficiente. Recibe el Espíritu Santo y fuego. La gracia de Jehová. God tells you que sí, que sí, que sí. It's yes, it's yes, it's yes. Recibe el Espíritu Santo y fuego otra vez. Ahora en nombre de Jesús. Ahora en nombre de Jesús. Fuego, 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 fuego. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Todo lo que tú has hecho, todo lo que tú has hecho, todo lo que tú has hecho. Glorifica al Espíritu Santo en esta tarde. Glorifíquele, glorifíquele, glorifíquele. Dale alabanza, dale alabanza, dale alabanza, alabanza. Ya que estamos bebiendo loco aquí. Adórale, 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 adórale. Adórale, Jehová,
Because that organ music, that organ, it summons demons. Alright, then they got that church bell. Dong, dong, dong. You know what that church bell is? That church bell is basically a dinner bell for them goddamn demons. Alright? You know when you ring the dinner when dinner's ready? They're ringing the bell for them goddamn demons. It's dinner time. You know all them demons call each other and they go right in that goddamn church. And then you see the nigga woman. The nigga woman might be 150 years old, but she's doing cartwheels and flips up in that church, shaking like she got Tourette's and shit. Because those are demons in them churches. Alright? Excuse me. So that's the demon of religious music. Then you got Terpsichore, which is a demon of dance. And if you notice nowadays, every goddamn rap song comes with some stupid ass dance. Alright? I mean, it's just everything in America, man. Everything in America is devised to turn you away from the Most High. And devised just to dumb you down, man. Alright? That's why the scripture says folly is set in great dignity, because it is. Today's music is folly. Alright, let's read on. Then you have Thalia, which is the demon of comedy. So Richard Pryor, Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, alright, they all had demons on them. All of them were possessed by goddamn demons. to come up with them jokes. Paul Mooney. Alright. You have another demon called Urania, which is the demon of astronomy. Alright, identified by the Romans with the Camine. B. Any goddess presiding over a particular art,